Yo, 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 what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we are going to be reacting to the latest update preview for 1.0.25 Realm Reborn, where we have Asya and Leo back again to maybe give us a few more specifics and details. As always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you because it helps out a lot. And here we go.
Great news, the Realm Reborn update is on its way, and we are here to share some more information about the patch notes.
Well, obviously, the big highlight of this update is the brand new home realm system. We've already discussed it in the last video, but in case you've missed it, be sure to check that one out.
Yes, and in that video, we've also briefly touched on the new season features, and now let's dive into the details of it.
We get it, Fluffy Dragon.
Besides earning rewards for
okay, so it was like Occupy Villages, Magma Daemon, Frost Dragon, okay.
completing season tasks, when you
I think it's an Anointed Compendium. We got complete Behemoth Elite Raids one time with your Warband. Oh, that's dope. Gain, but you also have to gain 500,000 prestige in the Warband.
reach certain milestones,
And it looks like these ones are merits. Also gaining prestige within the Warband and just additional layers as well. Where it looks like legendary item, resources for skill. We have tokens or heads and then some artifact keys. And then gold keys down there.
Extra rewards like hero token.
Oh, this is cool. Complete season achievements to receive these rewards. Random legendary hero one time, so that'd be 10 heads. Complete 20 conquest achievements to receive one random legendary hero. So this is cool, I guess, if you're a free-to-play and, you know, you want to get Lilia or any other paywall-gated or potentially premium currency, soft-gated hero that you don't have. Legendary Ascension Emblem, complete 35 conquest achievements to receive one legendary Ascension Emblem at the end of the season. Okay.
And gold artifact upgrade cards. Also, we're combining rewards from past seasons.
Occupying Necro. Okay. So, okay, but these are just all Warband.
Like
okay.
Anointed, Conqueror, and Enduring into these seasonal tasks.
Now, let's check out the new Alliance skills. A
Ooh, here we go.
Speeds up how quickly Alliance members gather resources, buildings, and battlefields. Boosts.
Also, look at that. It says plus 30% on Hero EXP bonus. Buildings and battlefields, right? So increases Alliance members' EXP gain by defeating dark, and it build speed for Alliance building. So you get plus 500% on that. That is nuts.
Alliance members'
and this is
hero
max
XP
level.
earned by defeating Darklings and increases how fast Alliance buildings can be constructed. Storm Vanguard. Strengthens.
So increases Alliance members' Legion attack and movement speed. That's plus 10% attack, plus 10% move speed. Man, that could be... I'm telling you, man, March speed, I think, is like the most underrated stat.
Alliance members' Legion's attack power and movement speed. Fog of War. Summons a mysterious...
Ah, finally! We get to see what the numbers are for this. Duration is 30 minutes. That seems like too long of time. So, well, maybe not. Maybe not really. Because I think the idea is that they probably want you to try and use this on a choke point as an example. Right, so it says, summons mysterious fog to the battlefield. Friendly legions inside the fog of war are immune to all range damage. Right, so that's archers, mages, and the ranged cavalry for Spring Wardens, the Elk Riders. So you get 30-minute duration, 48-hour cooldown. Part of me feels like this should be a little bit less than... I feel like 48 hours is too long, but... You know, because like what? You're only going to be able to use it one time per 2 days? Why not once a day? Right? Why not one time every 24 hours? I mean, I guess it's probably okay to start it off wider or longer of a cooldown, and then if you need to adjust it from there, you always can. But... does that mean that like the duration will only go up as you increase the levels, or the cooldown will start higher than 48 hours, then it goes down, right, once you hit max level 10?
Mysterious fog on the battlefield.
But just to say this, on 30 minutes, you still get... Oh, cool, we're going to actually see it here in a sec, if that's not probably it. But the idea being that you, as long as you're keeping up sustained fighting, you know, if you're breaking through a choke, you know, that's great. But then you also have to consider, like, once you get outside of the choke onto your enemy's side of the field, and you're using it mainly for that situation or that instance, right? Which, again, is it large enough? Is it big enough to do that? So let's take a look. So summons mysterious fog to the battlefield with friendly legions. Okay, we know.
Legions inside are safe from ranged attacks. Vigor boost. Restore stamina.
Wait, is that it?
Restore stamina for attacks.
Okay. If this is the size of it, I don't know. Man, part of me is feeling like this is too small to an extent. I mean, this is probably the length of a bridge. It's probably the length of like a ramp and a half. You know, if we use that T-choke example from Season T1, I mean, this would probably be able to fill out like the middle of the choke, but you still would have the endpoints of the choke that wouldn't be filled out all the way. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess the size is okay to start, and we could see how it plays out, but part of me feels like it might just be a tad bit too small. And I'm not saying they need to double the size, right? But I just feel like maybe it could be a little bit wider in radius. Those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think.
Vigor boost. Restore stamina for all Alliance members, heroes, and warpaths. Layer teleportation.
So I wonder if that means like it just restores 60. Oh, so I see. So it restores 60 to everyone. Wow, that's actually massive. Because you would want to time that out to use it to get more value when you have like the majority of your fighters that are like stammed out, and not just for like their 10. Because now you have to think about, okay, are you going to now use other heroes outside of your main marches just to exhaust their stamina, and then you use it, right? Because you would argue that utilizing all of your heroes that you're going to actually include in fighting, you would want to use all of them first, right? Or arguably all your legendaries. You'd stam them out. And I'm talking about to get max value out of the skill. Not to say that you need to use all of your legendary heroes, but just to give an example on how you get max value here, is you would use all of your legendary heroes, or as many as you could, and you'd have as many people do that to stam out the others. And then you would pop this, and then you could keep going a lot more, right? Compared to if maybe people will use this, which I could see as well, for a little bit less value, where they're just popping vitality boost when their main fighting marches are low on stam. But then, do you use this right away? It's got a cooldown of 24 hours, so obviously the sooner you use it, the better. Do you use it like right after the first war finishes, right? Because you want as many people to participate as possible. Do you how long do you go without waiting, right? Do you just allow for 30 minutes, or not 30 minutes, but like an hour to go by? Do you allow 2 or 3 or 4 hours to go by just so you can have more people that can come into the fight if you know they're going to stam out? Does that mean that now you need to consider tallying people or keeping track of when everyone is going to be coming online in your alliance, so that way you can get the most amount of ROI, that return on investment, by having as many players overall within the alliance go out and fight just so they can drain some stamina, and then you pop this? So the timing of when to use this, I think, is going to be very interesting, and I wonder if it's also going to add this extra layer of, we need to know when you're going to fight because we need to pop this at the most opportune time. I'm curious if anyone else is thinking along those lines like me. Let me know.
Sets up portals near Behemoth Lair.
Ooh. Oh, this is cool. So you actually get to like set the portal up where you want, or drop it wherever, and then like that's where it'll pop people out. It's kind of dope. The sages of the past place mysterious teleportation signals near Behemoth Lairs. Okay.
Lairs.
During the season,
Oh man.
villages
But what does that mean though? Does that mean that like when you activate it, there will just be like a portal that pops out in front of everyone's city? Is it like an icon that you'll click on, maybe a pop-up icon, something like the top right corner, and you click on it and then they'll teleport you there? Like, man, I wish they would have given an example or shown that. How dare you? Also, invite me to the test server.
have raid and occupation challenges. Any buffs you've earned from the challenge will stay with you till the season ends. Okay. In village raids,
Ooh,
you can
this?
launch attacks on villages within your alliance's territory.
Oh, hang on. I wanted to see whatever that was that he showed.
In village.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was just the interface. So, okay. This is the village management system, the overview.
You can launch attacks on villages within your alliance's territory.
Here we go. Village raid rewards. You can launch raids on villages located within your alliance territory. You can only raid villages connected to alliance roads. Limitations. Each player can raid a specific village only once. Occupation limit. There's a maximum limit on the number of villages a player can occupy. The occupation limit increases as the August progresses. Village effects, buff effects obtained from villages can stack. Okay. Still, like we talked about, there should not be an occupation limit, right? It should be one of those things where maybe you could only have a limited number. Like you like maybe it's one of those things where you're only allowed to have like 10 villages max, or in this case 5 villages max, right? Whatever the cap is, but there's no limit on the amount of people that can go and raid and that can occupy. Right? So I hope and again, there's nothing here in the details that specifically say that, but we know that there is a cap on that. So I'm hoping, like, why couldn't it just be this? There's a maximum limit on the number of villages a player can occupy, right? The occupation limit increases, which is this one. But again, I don't know. It'd be nice.
But you are limited to raiding villages connected to the Alliance roads. And you can only do this twice. Each player can raid a specific village only once. There's also an occupation limit. You can only occupy a certain number of villages. But this limit increases as you progress with Augerstone. Additionally, village effects stack, meaning the buffs you get from villages can add up over time.
In the previous video, we've mentioned the new High King features. Now, let's check out the details. The High King, Consort, Marshal, and
Oh, look at this, dude. You get to appoint and choose someone. That's pretty dope.
Chancellor have the power to grant titles
Appoint. Oh, okay. So they're appointing someone now. Like I see. So you're searching. They kind of like when you go settings, other, and search or something like that, or like search lords. So and then it costs 100 tax.
to any lord of the realm.
Okay, so we know consort, 15% gather speed, marshal, plus 5% attack defense, chancellor, resource production, CPU recovery speed. And then the main guy gets legion attack defense and HP, 5% for king. Yeah. See, it'd be cool if you could give someone else this, but still kind of retain the king privileges.
But doing so costs taxes. The High King can grant any title.
Did they show
the
some?
High King can grant any title, while ministers can give out. High King can grant any title. Titles of the realm, but doing so costs taxes.
Oh, it was like right there. Did you guys see that? Oh, yeah, see? So, Spy Master, Legion Attack 5%, Chief Warden, Legion Defense 5%, Archmage, build speed 100%, it looks like. Research speed, or maybe that's 10%, not 100. That's probably 10%. And it looks like research speed, High Scholar is plus 5%. So there are going to be titles like that you can give out. Again, I just want to point this out. What they need to do is they need to come out with a system within the kingdoms that allows for automation of this to happen. And the simple way to do this is you create a system where people can queue up for certain titles. And as the king or queen, you just set what those intervals are. So it's constant. You don't need to sit here and do anything. You just set it up once and then it's done. And then people can click on this. They can click on, I want this title, and they join the queue. And the queue will tell them, if you join the queue now, you will get this title in this amount of time. And as a king, you can set it. They can have the title for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is, right? Maybe it goes up to an hour or something like that, right? Or up to 30 minutes, whatever it may be. And then once that time is up, the next person gets it. And when the next person is queued up, you'll get like a warning or you'll get a notification that says, hey, you will get this title in the next 15 minutes. And then once you get it, it shows you how long you have left on the title. And then if you're joining the queue, it tells you what position you're in and an estimated time of how long it'll be until you get that title. And then the system just automatically runs. That's how it should be, right?
Taxes. The High King can grant any title, while ministers can give out counselor and outlaw titles.
Okay.
Each player can only hold one realm title at a time.
Oh, look at this. So they're giving more. So basically, the king can give out the top 3, and then the top 4 can give out these blue ones here and the red ones. So Spy Master is Legion March speed plus 10%, attack 5. Train speed. So Legion defense and training speed, build speed. So like Chief Warden, Archmage, Scholar, these are the ones that you're probably going to be having to give out to people in your kingdom. And if it's not automated, and we'll probably do a separate video on this, but until they hopefully come out with some kind of automated system, you're either going to have to rely on initially players manually doing this for your kingdom, and or if if people come out with bots to do this, right? Because they do that in Rock. So you got building speed plus 10%, elixir production speed plus 5%. Wow. Research speed plus 5, mana gathered 10, and then there's outlaws. What are these?
And if a player migrates, their realm title will be
automatically removed. Okay, so first one is Legion attack and defense negative 3%, elixir production negative 5, Legion march speed negative 10, resource production gather speed negative 5, build research and train speed negative 5. Ooh, And they aptly title it Donkey. Sorry, that's just funny. Chicken, snake, snail, rat, donkey. That's funny. I like how they're like really going. Now, wouldn't it be cool if you could customize your own titles? But yeah, we know why that probably wouldn't happen.
One title will be automatically removed. The High King can use taxes to activate the skill, and some skills require gems to use. The High King can use Lord's name to find a city and target them with the skill. High King gifts are refreshed every Monday at midnight UTC, and the High King can give them to any Lord of the Realm.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, this is something I was hoping for. Remember we talked about this where I was saying this is the way gifts need to be, where you can distribute them to anyone in the kingdom and not just players within your alliance, because this is how some other kingdom builders work when you end up getting king or queen and you're trying to distribute gifts. So I think this is a W feature for this.
The High King can give out gifts by searching for specific lords by name. Gifts will be sent to players through mail, and each player can receive one gift per week.
That's dope. That's dope.
Now let's look at some other improvements.
We have reduced XP requirements to level up heroes in Season 2 and beyond.
Significantly increased the internal affairs point yield in all seasons, and significantly reduced the time required to enact.
And to be fair, internal affairs is your policies, right? It's just I think that's what the button is called on the place you go to get here.
policies. Added a story
what was that last one?
feature. Policies. Added a story and significantly reduced the time required to enact policies.
So time required.
Added a story summary feature, allowing players to quickly grasp the story's content when they skip the story.
Optimize the hero gift feature. Players can now open the hero interface to directly give gifts to their favorite heroes without waiting for the heroes to refresh in the city.
Thank you.
Optimize the text description of hero talents.
Dude,
Players can
thank you. Okay, this is such a freaking W. Why is this a W? Because before they added in giving you breakdowns of the level up tiers, you could not see that. You could only see the first tier, meaning what the initial percentage gain was or the initial damage amount. So now that they're going to give you a breakdown for everything, thank you, bejesus. This, I mean, it may not be a big thing to them, but to players, this is massive, because if people want to pre-plan out which talents they're going to take, and then we have no way of knowing what the maximum values are, right, depending on the point distribution that we put for certain heroes, this helps in so many ways. So thank you. This is a massive W.
now preview the numerical effects of all levels of a talent before upgrading it.
Added a dragged legion target selection feature, allowing players to filter the types of targets that can be selected when dragging legions, enabling players to automatically exclude common legions, rallied legions, and darkling legions.
Oh,
Optimize
dope.
artifact and warpath switching.
So it basically just makes them like invisible to target, so to speak, right? And then look, they're also giving examples of like having these down. So this is pretty cool. Also, the thing I needed to mention, and I apologize for not mentioning this before, and I'm just realizing this now when I was making the whole comments about Fog of War, is that if you have multiple alliances, that are active and are going to be fighting for your kingdom on the field, you could potentially have 2 or 3 Fog of Wars put on the same choke point, right? And the thing is that if you have, and I'm curious now, is if you have one Fog of War, will that apply for all of the alliances in players in your warband? If that's the case, now you could have up to 4 Fog of Wars with up to 4 alliances and players all attacking a single choke point. Or you could do 2 and 2 or 3 and 1. So when I think about it like that, there is a lot more creativity and some complexity to this, where it actually could be better than I thought. Right, and obviously we'll have to see how that plays out. Optimized artifact and warpath switching during Legion. Oh yeah.
During Legion creation. When creating a Legion, players can now directly access the artifact and warpath selection interfaces by clicking on the artifact or warpath icons in the Deploy Legion, eliminating the need for additional steps.
And that's a wrap for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.
Bloopers.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on this update. Let us know in the comments.
I'm going to tell you my thoughts. I think this is a W update.
Bye.
That's what I think, for the most part. Okay, I better get bloopers. If I don't, this is an L update. We all know it.
3, 2, 1.
He cleared his throat.
Action.
Hey Lords, great news! The Realm Reborn update is on its way, and we are here today to share some
something. Mr. Ford.
He called her out. That was good. That was good.
Action.
I want to watch again.
Hey Lords, great news. The realm reborn.
Wait, so real quick, watch Leo's head while he's talking. He'll start going like this.
It is on its way, and we are here
There
today
goes,
to
a little
share
more.
some.
Short.
Oh, it's good. It's good. That's a big. That's a great smile. That's a great smile. Okay, so overall thoughts on. We learned a few more things. We got a few more details about King details. We got a few more details about. Oh gosh, what was it? The rewards that we learned a little bit more about, and the village. We got the details there on the rules for that as well. And they showed us some of the policies and the changes that are going to be happening. So again, a couple things that we got here in this update that we did not get in the last one. So great stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It's going to do it for me. As always, until next time, I'll catch y'all later.